we tend to try to humanize them, and say, well, maybe they're doing that because that's what I do, but they're two
Yep.
completely different subjects that you're looking at. Yeah, you're looking at. Sometimes we got to be very careful how we look at things through a certain filter that we have, and that filter is put there by our minds.
Preach. Excellent stuff. It is. Very acute observations. If you think that was good to the audience, yes, well, we are going to hand Dr. Carroll the mic back and allow him now to tell us about a very strange case he has been covering recently. Let's do this, my friend.
Yes, this is one of the strangest that I've gotten here recently. I get a lot of cases that come in. I do have a paranormal consultant service, so a lot of people tell me their stories and all that. And this was one that came in about a week and a half ago, and it's very strange. And I've been trying to get some feedback on it, but haven't had any yet. But I haven't really told anybody about a lot of what's going on with this. But it comes from out of Indiana, and I can't say exactly where at in Indiana, but that's where they originated from. And what the guy said is that this fellow contacted me, and actually it was via phone and not email. But he contacted me and said, he wanted to ask. He said, Dr. Carroll, I've had a very strange experience, and I need to tell you about it, so that maybe you can, help me get my mind wrapped around what it was. I said, sure, spill the beans. Let's hear what you got. So he said, here's the story. He said that there is near his house, and he's like in sort of a subdivision, but there's not a lot of houses around. There's some like fields and some wooded areas. And one of these larger wooded areas goes into a park that's nearby there. And he said that he was it was kind of late in the day. He was out walking his dog. He has a little small, I think, I forget exactly what type of dog it was, but it's kind of a mid-sized dog, not a big dog. And he said that he was out walking his dog through the park, and he was on his way back. So he thought, I'll skirt by the park and go around this wooded area, which was close to the park. So that's when he heard some very strange sounds. And this is he said that it was like late in the day, but it wasn't, darkness yet. Darkness had not fallen yet. But it was just that period. I call it sort of the dark 30 before darkness, the dark 30 minutes before it hits. But he said it was the period right before twilight, and the sun's going down, the shadows are getting longer and all that stuff. And said